Hi guys, welcome back. If you are a fan of a classic total body bar workout, then this is going to be the workout for you. We're going to be standing mostly, so lots of just traditional bar exercises. We'll be using a light set of hand weights to work some of the upper body, and we'll also be doing a little bit of work on the mat. So if you're ready, go ahead, grab your weights and mat, and let's go. Hey guys, it's been a hot minute since I've filmed just like a classic bar workout. So that's today's game plan. I think it's gonna be a fun one. So good one if you're new to bar, because it's going to be a really classic bar workout, so you'll get a real taste for what bar is. Also a good one if you're not new to bar, because it'll just be a return to a really classic bar workout. Definitely going to be quite challenging for muscular endurance. Working a lot of lower body. We've got some abs and arms in there as well. So yeah, good one for everybody. Two quick pieces of business here though first. So step one, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, please pop over there and give me a follow. It's just at F2D Fitness. And I'm posting a whole lot on there and all kinds of stuff. So there is some workout content on there. There's also just lots of nutrition advice, general fitness advice, lots of stuff specifically about women's hormones and balancing women's hormones naturally, all of the things. So head over there to see all of that. And the other thing, and that'll be linked there as well as down below, is my 28-day workout program, the Hustle and Flow Guide. So that is for sale right now. You can purchase it from anywhere in the world. It'll just convert the currency for you at the website, but it's 40 euros, so whatever that is, wherever you are, that's what it's going to be. And once you have that downloaded, you have that for life. So you can go back and do it again and again and again and again. I've done many rounds of it. So yeah, and it really doesn't get old because there is a whole lot of variety in there. So there is bar in there, of course, there's Pilates, but there's also cardio and HIIT, there's a kickboxing Tabata, there's a lot of strength training using weights, so all of the things. Anyway, that's all that's gonna be linked down below. We're going to get started on this workout. So quick little bit of warm up here. I want you to just start to lift the knees. So gentle little marching motion, keeping abs engaged as you do that. So really think of tucking the knee up into the chest rather than like lifting straight up where it's gonna be limited by the range of motion in the hip. Think of kind of tucking it up. So foot will go forward a little bit. Sorry, the cats are already going bananas. And by the cats are going bananas, I mean Leo's going bananas. The cat, the one. The ladies are chill. Give me just a few more here. Here's two, and one, release. All right, feet nice and wide here, toes just pointing forward. You're just gonna sink into a side lunge on one side, pushing butt back, and then over to the other side. He's been activated. You know what? So Leo was so quiet through all of the like autumn winter videos. I think he just like hibernates. I think he hibernates in autumn winter, and then spring summer is when he just goes full on like chaos in all of the videos. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. One more on either side here. And then come through center. Go ahead, turn your left foot out to the side here. You're just gonna fold down over it. So nice straight leg there, just folding. And you can play with it a little bit here. So if you wanna put a little bend in the knee and straighten, a little bend and straighten, one more little bend and straighten, lift flat back, all the way up through standing. And then we'll just flip it to the other side here. So right foot turns out. Again, keeping a flat back, fold over it. I also just feel like I have cat hair stuck all over my face. So that's another fun thing that's happening. I probably do. And then again, here you can bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Luckily, I'm not really allergic to cats. Bend and straighten. Some cats I think I am. I don't know, not these guys. And lift, flat back there. Turn both feet out to the side here, sink down. Hi, Luna. Hi, Lance. And then you're gonna take a little twist here. Muppet chicken. chicken. And other side. Come back through center, heel toe the feet back into hip distance, and roll all the way up. And we're gonna grab our weights to start. Yes, indeed. So we're gonna come right back into that wide second position plie with toes turned out. Tailbone always track straight down. Elbows into the sides here, palms up. I want you to just take a big plie, arms reach out to the sides, pull it in. So squeezing the butt to come up rather than using the knees. We're just doing 10 of these, nice and slow. So keeping that tuck, keep pushing these back, make sure the butt is not going back. It should be going straight down with these ones, or else it's not the same thing. Promise you, it's not the same thing. So I always like to give the image of imagine you're sliding your back just down the wall here. Every part of your back would be in contact with that wall. Last few here. Here's 2, and we're gonna hold on to this next one. So hold it here. You're gonna curl right heel up and curl the arms. So elevated bicep curl, right heel. Only the right heel for now. Oh, I definitely have cat hair on my face. That's so bothersome. Keep hips pressing down here. Keep pushing both heels forward. Stay low. You can always bring the arms in closer to your sides if you need to modify it. Keep going though. There he is, the man of the hour. Uh-oh, I think he's gonna kick his sister out of her little sleeping area. That might be why he's going crazy, in fact. Here's last 3, 2, and 1. I want you to keep that heel up, arms go out, and we're just gonna pulse it here. So pushing down. And we're gonna go for quite a few pulses here. See if you can sink a little lower. Keep going, keep going. Keep pushing both knees back. Okay, alrighty then. That's what Leo has to say. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, bring up, give the hips a little shake out. Let me see if I can find this cat hair that's on my face and remove it. This has been happening more and more, but you know, it is their like big shedding season, so that's probably why. All right, we're gonna bring the elbows into the sides here now. So that palms will be pushing forward, palms up to the ceiling, back to those full plie squats. So it's a serve forward, tuck back in. Again, just 10 of these. As you squeeze the arms back by the sides, keep them nice and narrow, and squeeze the full midline of the back. That's the plan here. Still definitely have cat hair on my face. Oh, lordy lord. Luckily, Layla's not shedding anymore because she's had her summer haircut. So that's lovely. One more here. We're gonna stay down. We're gonna curl here, left heel lift. So again, we curl, extend. Again, with that option, if you wanna modify, you can bring the elbows in to the sides there. Just adds a little something extra here with the arms floating. Requires a lot more control. Gets into a bit more of the triceps as well, because they have to help stabilize. It's just a whole thing. Keep curling, nice high heel lift. No like half little mini baby heel lifts. We're doing full, beautiful heel lift. Last few here. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guess what? We're gonna keep that heel up, arms forward, and again, we're just serving it out here, little pulses. So pushing hands forward, pulsing that plie squat as well. Ooh, arms are getting spicy here, I'm not gonna lie. Keep drawing elbows together though, keep them up. We can do it, let it burn out. We're gonna get a little bit of a breather after after this. Keep going. The ladies do not know what to think of their brother right now. To be fair, that's most of the time. Because he's kind of a crazy guy. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, give it a little shake out again here. Woo! It's the arms that are really getting me right now, can't lie. But we've got one more thing here. Well, two more things with the weights staying in this wide plie. So you're gonna sink all the way down here. Stay nice and low. Palms are facing forward, straight arms. I'm gonna move this way a little bit so I don't hit that chair because I feel like I'm a bit close to it. Pushing both heels forward. Opening the legs as wide as you can. Keep that tailbone tracking straight down. We're gonna do double heel lift around the world with the arms. So that's our first one. Slow release. So we're not coming out of the plie. All we're doing is lifting the heels with the arms. Slow release down. So it's a slow release of both the arms and the heels. We're only going for 10 of these. But there might be something spicy on the other side of these. Also, my stomach has started growling, the huge. Anytime I film, basically because I typically eat breakfast first thing in the morning, as you should do. So if you are a woman, you should be eating breakfast within an hour and a half of waking up for your hormones. But when I film, I eat after I film because I like to film as early in the morning as I can. It's just not nice eating breakfast and then having to exercise immediately. Last one here, hold. We're pulsing here. So arms are gonna be slightly forward. You don't want them too far back or it is gonna pull the back and you're gonna get that hollow back. No hollow back here. Keep pressing legs wide. Keep tucking tailbone under, staying straight through the spine. You'll feel if you've got a hollow back there because you're gonna feel a whole lot of the lower back. You can always bring weights down to the chest if you need to modify. Woo! Keep pulsing. We're almost there. Keep chin lifted. My stomach is really going bananas right now. Okay, hopefully you can't hear it. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Are we feeling nice and shaky? I hope so. Okay, weights can go down. In fact, I'm gonna put them all the way down because we're not even going to use them anymore. We're not even gonna use them. We're done with those. But we are going to pull up to your chair, bar, kitchen counter, whatever you might be using today. Come into a first position here. So heels together, toes turned out. Make sure you're not too close in here. We wanna be able to move a little bit. And then standing leg. You can have a little soft bend in the knee or you can have it straight. Outside leg though, you're gonna come in front, bend in the knee. Knee is either to one side, well, it's to the side. It's whatever side is that way, to your outside. Pushing heel forward. What we don't want is for it to rotate forward because then it's just gonna be a whole bunch of quad. So keep it rotate open. We're gonna do a lift here. So it's a front attitude, lift and lower. So it's gonna be crossing in front of that standing leg a little bit. Make sure you're pushing chest slightly forward. We don't wanna lean away from it. This one makes my hip pop. My body is all of the sounds right now. All of them. It is a symphony this morning. My hip is popping, something chaotic on this, okay. Note to self, probably need to go in for an adjustment. Make sure that you're keeping that standing glute directly underneath you, so over the ankle. So in other words, squeeze that glute really tight. In other words, here's 4, 3, 2, you're gonna keep it up on this last one, and hey, guess what? We're gonna pulse it here, so little tiny lifts. I want these to be relatively slow. So you can feel the abs engage, you can feel the inner thigh engage, and you're not just like, woo, like kicking around out of control. So keep them slow, keep them small. I've said it before, but the biggest error I always see people make with pulsing for anything is that it's not controlled. It's too big. It's coming from the joints often, which if it's too big, it's probably coming from the joints. And it's too quick, which again, probably coming from the joints because it's lacking that control that the muscles will bring to it if they're given time to engage. So keep it in the muscles, out of the joints. Woo, keep pulsing. Nice long set of pulses. Oh, isn't that the dream? Isn't that the dream? Don't worry, I'm gonna count us down soon. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg up. You're gonna bend it a little bit more and then woo, extend all the way straight. Bend, drawing the knee open to the side, extend. As you extend, I want you to push forward with the heel. So again, we're going for that turnout. Turnout over height always. If you can get the turnout and the straightness of the leg and also have it really high, by all means, go for it. Go for that. But if that's not happening, no worries. Go for the turnout, go for the full length of the leg. Don't worry about the height. So you could even be, if you're like touching floor here, but you've got a beautiful turnout, excellent. I'm here for it. We're going for the turnout. Oh, inner thigh. What are you right now? What are you? These are high reps. We're not messing around. I mean, if we're gonna like meet here and do the thing, we might as well just like buckle down and do it. Last couple here, and then surprise, we're gonna keep that leg straight. You're gonna do a straight pulse. So again, it's gonna be more or less crossed in front of that standing leg. Keep the hips centered. I'm reminding myself that too, because I can feel when my hip starts to go out to the side. That's when the glute is no longer supporting as much as it could. So we're gonna be feeling inner thigh on the active leg, obviously, and then also glute, especially that corner of the glute, on the supporting side. So everything always gets to work, which really is gonna make that second side just super, super fun. Just so much fun. Can't wait. Can't wait for it. Ooh, she burns. Keep going. This is gonna be our last set of pulses here. Thank God. I'm counting roughly. I don't know, should you be worried? Maybe a little bit. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guess what? You get to bring that leg down. Hooray. I'm sure you were already there anyway. All right, we're going to come into a fourth position here. So standing leg, supporting leg is going to stay where it is with that turnout. The leg that was just active and lifting, we're also going to turn out a little bit in front of it. So about, not quite a full length, well, maybe from the mid part of your foot, almost like the length of your foot, more or less. More or less. Hips stay square here, so watch that you don't start to turn out. Hips are gonna stay level. We're gonna pop up both heels here, take 10 big plies, keeping tailbone tucked, knees tracking out to the side, using the glutes to squeeze back up. We're almost finished with this side. Well, this series on this side. I gotta be careful. Oh, you guys think like, oh, we're almost done. No, I mean, you can see from the time code, but we're not. Here's 2. Last one. I want you to drop down one more time. Keep knees pressed wide, and we're just gonna pulse here. Again, these are slow, they're controlled. Squeeze the butt both directions. Oh, nothing burns the legs like a bar workout, am I right? My Lord. Just like none other. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Huzzah, we're done with that side. So we're just gonna move on over, dusty-do on over to the other side. Okay, give the legs a little shake out. Little shake out. All right, first position again here. Heels together, so obviously we've just switched legs. Opposite leg is on the outside. We're lifting it here. So pushing heel forward, lift, and lower. And just watch that you're not like lifting out here on the diagonal. It is just a normal forward lift. I mean, we have done it that way as well in the past. So it's not necessarily like incorrect. It's just not what we're doing right now. So double check here that lower abs are engaged. You're pushing chest slightly forward. So again, we don't want to get that hollow back. You don't want to feel the lower back. Will it give you a bigger range of motion? Yeah, kind of. Like if I lean back, I can really like kick it up, but it's not coming from the inner thigh. It's just coming from the hip, and because I changed that angle. So watch out for those little cheats. This is why sometimes like I'm suspicious if it's too big a range of motion. So I always say don't worry about the range of motion. We want to keep it controlled. Because if it's too big a range of motion, my spidey senses start tingling. They're like, something's not, it's coming from the wrong spot. We're cheating it. Few more here. Not to say that some people don't just have that range of motion. Some definitely do, but those are like very highly flexible people. It's not most of us. It's definitely not me. Keep this last one lifted, and we're gonna pulse here. Oh, these are such long sets of pulse. I regret how long I made these sets a little bit. I mean, in this moment, I do. Once it's done, you'll be fine. Keep toes pointed there. Keep squeezing lower abs. So again, check on these pulses. And you should be able to do this whole thing with a balance as well. So if you can't put your hands up, you're possibly relying on that chair too much. Perhaps too much of your body is getting involved and moving. These are possibilities. Leo has finally chilled out, in case you're curious. He's up on his climber. So all the cats are all as calm. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got that extension. So extend. Whoo, bend, open a little wider. Extend, so extension again is tracking straight in front of your standing leg. Keep pushing forward with the chest. These after the pulse, it's a lot. It is a lot. So just double check that you're still feeling the inner thigh. Are you gonna get a little bit of quad anyway? Yeah, probably. Which is why we don't want it to come straight into parallel like that, because then you're just gonna get the quad. Inner thigh doesn't even have a chance. So yeah, reminder, if it needs to go lower, keep it lower, but keep that turnout. So kneecap is directed out to the side. It's not forward. If it's going forward, you're getting a whole lot of quad. And trust me, the quads get plenty of work without even really like needing to focus on them. That's why the majority of lower body workouts I do are not like quad specific. Every now and again, yes, but the majority no. A couple more here. Here's 2. We're gonna keep next one long. Sorry about it, pulsing. But yeah, quads, it's very easy to overwork quads just because they do tend to be really reactive, really dominant in people. So yeah, trust that they're gonna work anyway. Let's not specifically target them right now. Up to you what you want to do on your own. But yeah, just as like a thing to mention, I don't really do a lot of workouts that specifically target the quads because they're going to be working in things like squats. They're working in everything that we're doing today, basically. Are they like the central, like focal point of the exercise? No, they're going to be working regardless. So yeah. We'll just let them do the little bit that they need to. These pulses, why did I go for so many of them? The problem is once I write it in my notebook, I'm like committed to it, which sometimes I think about. So like when I'm writing things down, I'm like, but am I gonna wanna do that? Is anybody gonna wanna do that? The answer is probably no, but I'm like, let's write it down because then we're gonna be stuck with it. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Oh, okay. All right, last thing on this side though. So we're in that fourth position here. Both feet turned out to the sides here. A little bit of space between them. Whoo, pop heels up. 10 plies here. So down, squeeze the butt. Keeping hips forward, keeping hips level. Oh, these are not so bad. I say now. Wait till we get to those pulses. We got 4 more full ones here though, so tailbone still tracking straight down as if you were just sliding your back down a wall. 1 more, and then we're gonna drop down again. We pulse it here. It's not quite as long a set of pulses. Hallelujah. Whew. Keep squeezing abs tight. You've got this. Weight is in the legs. Watch that you're not just like leaning into your chair / bar. And give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Release. All right. I'm gonna move chair back out of the way again. And we're actually gonna take sort of an interlude, shall we call it? Where we're gonna come down into plank. Yeah, not a break, an interlude. So go ahead, find your way down to your mat here. We're gonna come to a plank on the hands, and we're gonna do a little windshield wiper here. So I'll show you one, and then we're all gonna do it. So you're gonna go knee to opposite elbow, to the same side elbow, lift, down. And we're alternating sides. So again, just like in those marches in the start, you're gonna have to do that little extra like tuck from the lower abs, tailbone to make contact with the elbow. So sometimes what I see is people just go in the hips. Here's where my hip stops. There, back. I'm getting a little bit abs from the plank, but nothing at all from bringing the knee in because I'm just stopping at the line of hips. So do a big tuck under as if you were doing cat-cow there. Draw it all the way across. We're alternating sides, lift into your plank, just 10 of these, here we go. So cross, same, lift, release. Other side, cross, same, lift, release. Shoulders stay over the wrist. You're not lifting the whole back with that leg lift, so it's gonna be a relatively small leg lift. Just keep that in mind. Four more here. Here's 3. And one last one. All right, stay in the plank. You're gonna hover forward and back. Ooh, hitting the chair. Just 10 of these. All right, I'm gonna keep mine a little more contained. So back stays level. We're not dropping the butt. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back to a downward dog. I love that one because it is quite a nice stretch for the ankles, actually. Ooh, I'm sliding a bit here. Sliding a bit. All right, guess what? I'm gonna let you come to child's pose for a second here because we're gonna do another round. That's it, it's just one more round. This time though, we're going to reverse the directional leg. So you're gonna go same side, then we cross, we go back, we bring it down, we switch sides. Again, 10 is the number here, so press up into that plank, here we go. Same side, cross body, lift, down, changes it. Same side, cross body, lift, down. I think it's a little bit harder in this direction, but you can tell me what you think. Keep thinking, pulling upper back apart, shoulders apart. This is the only planking we're doing, so not too bad by my standards. Here's last 3. Don't rush these. Should be going at my pace. If not, slow it down. And one more. 10 more hovers. So forward, push back. Makes my ankles pop, but yeah, feels good. Here's 4, 3, 1. Again, push butt back here. Downward dog, and this time you can walk the hands back in toward the feet. Roll back up to standing. Give shoulders in this a little shake out. We are back to the bar here, back to bar. So, let's see. Pull down in a little bit. You're going to have a flat back here. So you can do options. A full kind of fold over here. We're gonna lift a leg. We'll actually lift a right leg first. So you can do that full kind of fold over where your torso is more or less parallel to the floor. Of course, still keeping chest open. We never want to be here rounding in because guess what? Abs are not engaged there. However, you can also modify, stay a little bit more upright, and then just limit that range of motion with the leg. The important thing is that the leg should lift in line with the torso. Let me show you what I mean. So if you're all the way here, the leg needs to lift here, not just like this. If it's only lifting this high, it's not doing anything. So if you're only gonna lift it that high, bring it forward so that the torso is in line with the leg. I hope that makes sense. All right, we're gonna start here, like I said, left side supporting. So pick your poison. I think I'm gonna go kind of midway today. Standing knee can have a little bit of bend in it. Right leg is long. Let's straighten out the hips. Inhale, on the exhale, straight lift, lower. We're not opening up the hip for that lift. I'm gonna show you one just to show you what I mean, what not to do. We're not opening that hip. Although that did just pop my hip and it felt really nice. You can do one. You can do one just to pop the hip, no more. But yeah, we're keeping it square here. So it is also gonna limit the range of motion, keeping hips square versus, yeah, if we opened it up, that does give a bigger range, but then it's coming from the hip rather than the glute. And I didn't tell you how many we're doing here, but don't worry, I'm counting as I continue to pull cat hair off of my face. Love that look for me. It's gonna be stuck there all day. Cause then once I work up a little bit of a sweat, I'm just gonna keep collecting cat hair. I'll just become more magnetic for it. Here's 3, 2, keep the next one lifted, and we're gonna pulsate here. So straight pulse, again, keep these controlled, squeeze the butt each time. Don't go wild and chaotic on these. So just check in with yourself. Are these too fast? Is it too chaotic? Not the same thing. These form corrections really make a difference. I'm not targeting anybody here, but they really make a difference. I promise. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you flex that right foot. You're gonna curl, pop a balloon on your butt, extend. So notice I'm not bringing the knee all the way back into starting point. It stays lifted. So it's an isometric hold for that glute. We're just curling hamstring. Like I said, pop a balloon on your butt, extend. Whew. Keep pulling shoulders back and down. These are shaky. These are shaky. Yeah, it's just a nice all-around classic bar workout. This is what we came for. Doing all the things. What a jamboree. Strong supporting glute, keep pushing it underneath. Try not let it collapse out to the side. That's the trick, especially on your non-dominant side, or if you do have one hip that sits slightly higher than the other. So that would be something to really work on correcting. Here's 2. One more, and then we keep a bend, and we're gonna push that bent leg back. Squeezing the butt fully each time. Oh, I'm getting shaky. The real deal. Keep it back. Don't release it too much. I'm reminding myself just as much as I'm reminding you. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, extend it long again. Lift as high as you can. If you want, take a little bit more of a forward tilt. We're gonna bend standing leg. Press up, just 10 of these. This is the last thing. Single leg squat. All right, weight is still in that leg. It should be absolutely burning. I think I said, but I forget in the burning, 10, just 10 of these. That's it. So here's 5, keep that back leg long and lifted. 4, can't wait to get to my dominant leg. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh, ooh, oh man. Give your butt a little shake out. Whew, what a doozy. Oh, oh, oh. Give yourself a pat on the butt. Wow, okay. All right, side 2. Side 2, we got this, hopefully for most of you guys. It's dominant side that's supporting. That'll make a difference for like half a minute, and then it's gonna feel terrible all over again, but let's enjoy it while we can. So same angle with the torso that you chose for the first side. Left leg extends back. Keep pushing right hip, keeping it directly underneath you. Straight lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Yeah, there we go. Fresh side. It doesn't feel too terrible yet. This one does. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for this one. It's like, no, I don't wanna lift. I don't wanna lift. Why would you make me do that? Keep squeezing navel up and in, so navel to spine. This first one's not the one that we need to watch out for. I think it's the curl that we need to watch out for. I don't know. I think that's the worst one. Up for debate. You're not collapsing into your chair or bar. Last few here. Here's 4, 3, 2, keep it up on 1. We pulse it here. So straight leg, knee is locked on the active side. Supporting, like I said, can have a little bit of a bend. Focus on the length. That's what's gonna help you find that engagement. So yeah, we'll look a little bit higher if we go really wild here and start like moving through the hips and stuff. Yeah, again, it will, but be suspicious of that. Here's 4, 3, 2, keep it up on 1. Flex the foot. We're gonna curl heel to butt. Extend. Curl heel to butt. Extend. Whew. Now, the problem with these workouts where I have to count rather than just like setting a timer is that I obviously have to be like more focused, which is probably good for me. It's probably good, but it means we can't just chat about silly things like what we're watching on television. Just kidding, I still can. I'm pretty good at counting, really. I know that I'm like, oh, well, I say that I'm not. I'm actually pretty good at counting. I do it all the time. I do it with distractions. I do it every day. So, no, I can multitask pretty well when it comes to counting. Here's 3, 2, last one. Oh, put a bend back in the knee. We push it back, squeezing that glute. Ooh. Oh, my stomach is out of control. I'm sorry. I feel like you probably can actually hear it growling because it's pretty rambunctious right now. I think this microphone would have to be truly dreadful to not pick up any of that. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it long again. You can fold over a little bit more. Single leg, down, press. Keep that back leg lifted. Keep pulling navel in tight. Keep pushing hip directly underneath you, which means it is a bit of core stability as well. All right, 5 more. We can do it. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm just gonna say it, that second side was not as bad. I don't know if you agree. You might be more balanced, your 2 sides. I definitely feel like my right side is dominant. That really made me feel that way. Sometimes it's less dominant than other times, but that really made me feel like my right side is dominant because I didn't find it that dreadful on the right, but still dreadful. All right, feet all the way together here. Last thing we're gonna do standing, and then we get to bring it all the way down to the floor. So feet together, squeeze the inner thighs together. You are about this distance from your chair/bar. I feel like that's about 2 feet. So I don't know what that is in metric. Sorry. All right, weight back in the heels, you're gonna drop low, flat back, and we're just pulsing here. So just squeezing the butt. Imagine you're holding a 500 euro note in your butt, or whatever currency you want to use. I'm gonna go for 500 pounds, because that's got a little bit more value to it. I'm gonna go for the 500 pounds. Whew. But yeah, pick your currency. Keep it tight in your butt. Either way, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't be mad at a 500 euro note in my butt either, you know. Well, maybe I would be. I don't know. I've never experienced it. Never had the joy. All right, last few here. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. We can push that chair or bar off to the side. We are done with that. And we're gonna come down to the floor. So come all the way down onto your back here. We got our little ab series here to finish it out. We did some abs. Well, we've been doing abs all throughout, but we're gonna do a little bit more. Knees into tabletop here. Don't let the knees creep in past the hips. They're gonna just stop right there. And this is not a table, just a reminder. That would be a pretty poor table. That would be a collapsible table, actually very convenient in small spaces, but we're not going for that today. Navel is tucked in tight here, arms reaching along overhead. Inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna go with me. This is gonna be the first one. We're gonna extend right leg, do a little curl up. Left leg stays exactly where it is. Release back down, left side now. So exhale, reach, inhale, release. So it's that little hollow stag hold. Full extension of leg, bring it back in. Check your table. No little collapsible IKEA tables here. I'm not shaming IKEA. Most of our furniture is from IKEA. Actually a fan of its work. Even kind of enjoy constructing it sometimes if I'm in the mood for it. Last one here, and then hug knees in. Is anybody else a fan of assembling flat pack furniture? Let me down below. I feel like that's a niche interest, but yeah, I do kind of enjoy it. All right, lifting here, hands behind the nape of the neck. We're gonna do a crisscross now. So front of shoulder toward opposite knee. Keeping lower back down. We're not pulling up the head at all. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Let's rock up to a seated position. So we're gonna do similar thing. Obviously gonna be a little bit different. Seated. Weight is in the tailbone here, so a little bit of a tilt back. You should be able to just lift the toes and float there, like dance around. Have a real bang up time because you're on just the flat part of the tailbone. Roll shoulders back here. Toes can touch down though, and we're just gonna alternate here. So right leg drop down, extend, pull it back up and in. So really think of like the abs pulling it in. Again, we're alternating here. Lift from the lower abs. There's something meditative about these. Wow. Certain exercises just kind of like send me into a trance. You can like see which ones they are, because all of a sudden I'm just like focused. Here's 2. 1 more, and then if you want, you can bring fingertips behind here, and we're gonna switch. So it's that same kind of bicycling motion. You can also do it with arms floating. Make sure you're lifting within it. So it's a lift and touch, lift and touch. So there should be a second where there's just pure air time. You are just floating. Pure air time. Yeah, that's what we want. Go for 10. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, soles of feet together. Let the knees just drop open here for a second. We're getting into our finale exercise. That's right. Jazz hands, because the finale it's here. It's not near, it's here. Okay, so it's gonna be a fun one, obviously. Knees are gonna lift here to a full half boat. Try to keep the feet again level with the knees. So now that's gonna be your table. Ain't collapsible table. No, we want a beautiful sturdy table to hold all of the things. That's our half boat. From there, you're just gonna extend out, bring the back almost all the way down, little curl still at the top, and we return back to that half boat. 10 of these. That's it. If you need a little bit of an assist to come up, you can actually grab the legs and pull them in. That's fine. Do what you need to do, but we're going for 10 of these, nice and controlled. Here we go. So extend, a little hollow, tuck in, a little hollow. Also, I'm only now noticing how much cat hair is all over this workout romper that I'm wearing. That took me a while. It is bound to happen. Last few here. Hi abs. Thanks for playing. One more. We're gonna hold this last one. So grab just behind the legs here, roll shoulders back. We want chest at least level with the knees, if not a little bit higher. So make sure you're really like pushing up with the chest. That being said, if that means the legs have to come a little lower, let the legs come lower. If one thing has to go lower, should be the legs, not the torso. Sometimes I see people like here. That's not a half boat. That's not it. So keep the chest lifted, find your half boat, and I want you to walk the hands forward to grab behind the ankles. So you're just pulling in a little tighter here. So again, push forward with the chest. See if you can extend, 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 legs straight. All right, once you've found that, again, keep pushing forward so you're not rolling back. See if you can release the hands. Are we there? If you want more of a challenge, arms can reach in line with the ears. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, forward fold. So if those are not perfect just yet, no worries. And when I say perfect, if you're like rolling out and you're like, oh, I really can't do this, no worries, just keep trying them, keep going for it. And like I say, the big thing there is pushing chest forward. So really common thing is that people lift the legs and then woo, they go all the way back. That's because you're not pushing far enough forward. So push forward a little bit more, let the legs lower initially. As the abs get stronger to support you up there, the legs can start to come back up as well. So there's that. All right, let's give everything a little stretch out here though. I think we've earned it. So I want you to bend the knees here, cross right ankle over left knee, push that right knee out away from you, hands behind. Seated pigeon. You can always bring the left foot in a little bit closer toward you. You can take a little rock here side to side. That's also a big wad of cat hair on my sock. It's their world, I just live in it. And assemble their IKEA flat pack furniture for them because they don't have opposable thumbs and can't operate the weird little IKEA screwdrivers that they give you. What are those called? I don't know. Can't think. And then extend that left leg long, cross over here. We'll take a twist. Oh, IKEA. What a vibe. I haven't been to IKEA actually in years. I haven't had to go because we've already got all of our IKEA furniture. We've got all the IKEA furniture we could ever need. Go ahead, switch sides here. And it's like a whole production because it's like far out of the city center. So we gotta take the metro, which is fine, whatever. But then if you buy a bunch of stuff, like you have to cart it back on the metro in those little blue IKEA bags. And if it's full metro, that's not my idea of a good time. Like furniture and stuff, they'll deliver. But yeah, I'm not really going there like just for kicks anymore, you know. Extend right leg long, take a little twist here. Although I do enjoy the IKEA cafeteria, like everybody. Although my one complaint I would have to say about the IKEA cafeteria is that, so there's always a line there. I don't know if you have IKEA where you are, if you've gone to IKEA where you are, if you've eaten at the IKEA cafeteria, but there's always a line. Like you're always gonna wait some amount of time, right? Wide leg child's pose here, so knees open, feet together, just sit the butt back.
And what I find is that always by the time I'm able to sit down and eat my food, it's room temperature, without fail, every time. I've never had a hot plate of food at IKEA. So that is my one IKEA related bone to pick about the IKEA cafeteria. It's fine for like the cold desserts and stuff. Walk hands back in. You can see that I've really gone all out there. I've tried all the offerings. Sit up nice and tall here, cross one arm in front of the chest. But yeah, it's okay for like, you know, it's been so long. They have kind of like a moussey cake, I think. I don't know. For that, it's fine. Obviously, you don't want that cold. In fact, it's kept in a chilled container. Go ahead, take it up and over. But like, when you're getting the like hot entrees and they're room temperature, I mean, it's obviously not enough to fully put me off of it. Go ahead, release, cross the other arm in front. But yeah, if anybody here doing this workout is a representative of IKEA, that's my IKEA related feedback. And take it up and over. I like though that there are like 2 food sections at IKEA also. Because you've got like the main cafeteria and then like you're still in there for another like 3 hours. So then on your way out, you're like, oh, now I can get like a soft serve ice cream cone. There we go. Come back to hands and knees here. Give the hips the last little wiggle out. It's something for everybody, really. Tuck toes under here, roll all the way up into downward dog. Have a last little pedal out here. And then you're just gonna start to pedal the feet forward toward the hands, heels down, sit the butt back. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing, reach arms overhead. Feel free to take a little back bend there if you feel like it, but you don't have to. Palms together, exhale, hands down through heart center. That's us done. That is us done. Hallelujah. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. I know that it had its moments where it was a little bit of a tough one to get through, but we all made it through together. So if you enjoyed this one, please do hit that like button down below, and I'll know you like seeing more of these just classic, regular bar workouts. Also, while you were down there, of course, let me know in the comments if there's something specific that you would like to see more. So if you want to see a more targeted kind of bar workout or any kind of workout, let me know that there. And then of course, do hit that subscribe button so you can come back twice per week. We're going twice per week, Mondays and Thursdays. So yeah, so you don't miss any workouts. I will see you guys back here soon. Bye.